Nation, 2008, an allegorical adventure novel by English fantasy author Terry Pratchett, tells the story of a small society built by a boy and a girl on a remote island following a catastrophic tidal wave. The narrative unfolds in an alternate historical timeline around the mid-1800s. In this alternate history, a Russian flu pandemic plunges the world into chaos, killing not only the king, but all 137 heirs in the royal line of succession. Meanwhile, the main plot centers on a sparsely populated island known simply as Nation, located in the South Pelagic Ocean. A fictional name Pratchett gives to the South Pacific Ocean. When a massive tsunami strikes the island, all of its inhabitants perish except for a young indigenous boy named Mao, who is out at sea on a religious rite of passage in his canoe when the wave hits. Returning to find his entire family and community gone, Mao angrily denounces the gods of his people, yet he still honors tribal custom by laying the dead to rest in the ocean, so that their souls may return as dolphins. Mao remains alone until he encounters Ermintrude, a European-born girl close to his age and the sole survivor of the Sweet Judy, a ship destroyed by the tsunami. She despises her given name and insists on being called Daphne. Initially cautious of one another, Mao and Daphne gradually realize that survival depends on cooperation. They begin learning each other's language and customs, slowly bridging the gap between their worlds. Over time, 3 more survivors arrive from nearby islands devastated by the wave, including Adaba, a devout priest frequently clashing with Mao over his loss of faith. Later arrivals include others who speak Daphne's language. The island is not without dangers. Cannibals lurk in the shadows, and Mao keeps vigil over Daphne, guarding her from potential attacks. Daphne becomes a cultural mediator, assisting a European couple as a midwife while maintaining a spiritual connection with the island, hearing the voices of ancestral grandmothers. One day, Mao and Adaba embark on a quest to return sacred white stones known as god anchors, believed to protect the island from tsunamis. They locate the stones, but also discover a meticulously carved stone resembling Rodin's The Thinker. Mao interprets the statue as evidence that the island's history and philosophy extend beyond the teachings of the gods, while Adaba deems it heretical and attempts to destroy it. During the attempt, Adaba becomes trapped in a lagoon. Mao saves her but falls into hypothermia and slips into a coma. Only Daphne can restore him, performing a sacred ritual that involves ingesting a poison provided by a shaman. Life on the island stabilizes, with peace and routine, until a group of ruthless European men, led by a villain named Cox, arrives, kidnapping Daphne. She quickly realizes they were the mutineers from the Sweet Judy and cleverly escapes. Cox eventually assumes control over the island's cannibals, intending to use them as his personal army to seize power. To prevent widespread bloodshed, Mao challenges Cox to single combat and defeats him decisively. Shortly after, Daphne's father, Henry Fanshawe, arrives. Following the Russian flu pandemic, Fanshawe has ascended to the English throne. Daphne departs with him but requests that upon her death, she be returned to the island for burial at sea to become a dolphin, a wish fulfilled just 2 years later. The book concludes with an epilogue noting that thousands of scientists, including Albert Einstein and Charles Darwin, later visited the island for inspiration. Nation has won numerous literary awards and received near-universal acclaim. In a 2009 speech, Pratchett declared, "I believe that Nation is the best book I have ever written or will write." Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.